Welcome to round 7 of the 2024 Porsche 944 Challenge Series Australia. Round 7 is presented by Savvy Financial Comparison, with thanks to our supporting partners, Porsche Australia, Advan Yokohama Tyres, LK Diesel Service, Don Watson Transport, Campione Electrics, Butcher's Diner, Melbourne, AVI Technology, EJM Financial Advice, Raceline, 888 Home Loans, Pit Lane Clothing. Round 7 sees the championship head to one of the world's best and fastest racetracks, the Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit. Located around 130 kilometres southeast of Melbourne, the circuit is 4.4 kilometres long and runs in an anti-clockwise direction. The world-famous track is well known for being fast and furious, with a high average outright speed due to its flowing corners, plus the undulation and its southern location means weather always plays a part as well. Overall, there are 12 corners. The key ones to watch out for are Turn 1, a high-speed entry corner. Turn 4, a tight hairpin but a great passing opportunity under brakes. Turn 10, the steep drop-down section of the track known as MG Corner. And Turn 12, another high-speed corner which leads onto the long front straight and towards the start-finish line. Qualifying took place on Saturday morning, and it was the newly crowned state champion Cameron Bella who claimed pole over last year's Island Magic round winner Jamie Westaway. AVI Technology driver Adam Brewer comes out of P3 just 1/10 behind Westaway and in front by 2/1000th of a second over Sidelink driver Mark Verdina. Newcomer to the category and out of open wheel racing, young gun Damon Woods produced a stunning qualifying result, and he'll start from P5 alongside the 6 times Island Magic winner Chris Lewis-Williams. Tony Westaway starts from P7, out-qualifying Tony Andrzejewski by just 2/10ths of a second. The number 56 of Josh Brisbane comes next in position 9, with PJ Grant alongside him in P10. El Presidente Mark Torberts starts from P11, next to the Poolmaster Andrew Jackman in position 12. Jack Atley starts from P13 in the Pit Lane Clothing Machine, with Nick Carpenter rounding out the 14-car field. Race 1 began on Saturday afternoon, and the field rolled out under hot and humid but dry conditions.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the island, Phillip Island to be precise. It is the end of year celebration known as Island Magic, the 2024 edition of this prestigious event held at the 4.5 kilometre circuit by the shores of Bass Strait. We welcome you from wherever you're watching here at the track, around Australia or around the world. My name is Steve DeVries, and what I'm about to do is hand it over to the 944 commentator extraordinaire from this year in Matthew Dunlop.
Thank you so much, Steve DeVries. It's great to be back in the commentary box here at Phillip Island on a fantastic day. The drivers have already been working up a sweat in qualifying, and now the 944s are just getting ready to roll on out for race 1. It's great to see the fans coming out to watch some great racing. My name is Matt Dunlop, and joining me alongside for this first 944 race is Mr. 1-800 Lasagna himself, Joey Kellick. It's great to have you in the box.
Hi buddy, how you going?
Fantastic, mate. Great to see you here up as well for this last round of the Porsche 944 Club Championship, brought to us by Isola Di Capri. We've already wrapped up the state title. Cameron Bella is the first 5-time Victorian 944 champion.
Incredible effort.
Can he go the extra mile this weekend and become the first 5-time club champion as well?
I think he can.
So we're not too far away from the first of the racing action here at Phillip Island. So they're just gritting up now. It's a gorgeous day. You can see all the way down to Bass Strait. You can see the horizon today. Perfect day to go racing unless you're sitting in one of these race cars. No air conditioning, hot racing suit on, boiling. 14 cars on the grid waiting for the go-ahead to get this weekend of Island Magic kicked off. The 5-second board is up. The revs are building. The red lights are on. We're not too far away. We're underway here at Phillip Island. It's a great start from Jamie Westaway.
It was Westaway who led the charge into turn 1, but only just over Bella.
Crowding him to the inside of the track. Cameron Bella is going to have the run here.
Towards the back, things got tight. Carpenter and Grant having a solid coming together. Woods also up to 5th.
As we see a little bit of a puff of smoke behind there, but a very, very clean start for the field here. Great racing between these two already, and Adam Brewer and Mark Verdino do not want to let this battle go yet.
But yeah, very tight here at the front. Damon Woods in 5th has blitzed. He's right on the back of these front guys, which is really impressive.
It'll be great to see what Damon Woods can do in his first outing in a 944.
Verdino was all over the back of Brewer.
The number 55 of Cameron Bella.
Jackman, Brisbane, Attlee and Torberts all settled in for an epic race-long battle.
But decides better of it this time around. There's still a bit of time to play with here. It's a 15-minute race from when they...
Brisbane and Tony Westaway in close proximity to Andrzejewski. Jackman grabbing a spot.
Going inside Josh Brisbane through MG there.
And Attlee too, nabbing Torberts under brakes into MG corner.
Yeah, it's very crowded at the back of the in the mid-pack there.
This meant a 4-way fight for the top 10.
Jack Attlee in the pit lane clothing machine is right behind with the number 71 of Mark Torberts sitting behind them as well. Come on down as they cross the stripe for the first time in anger. Jamie Westaway leads the way ahead of Cameron Bella, Adam Brewer, Mark Verdino, Damon Woods, Chris Lewis-Williams, Anthony Westaway, Tony Andrzejewski, Andrew Jackman, Josh Brisbane in 9th and 10th respectively we see here, and behind them...
Battle at the front was just as tight with Westaway and Bella going side by side.
Have a look at
Here we
this.
go. We see Bella here making a move through Hayshed around Westaway to go inside him on Lukey Heights. This is looking good.
Giving themselves plenty of space in between there, keeping it nice and respectful, but still side-by-side action between Cameron Bella, the current champion, and Jamie Westaway, who has to slot in behind them as they go through MG. So it's Cameron Bella who's going to take the lead back. Adam Brewer is going to be trying his best just to see if he can sneak through. He's got a bit of time to play with here, and this is going to be a fantastic race. This top 5 all the way until the end of this scrap.
Bella initially taking the spot.
First time seeing all this action right in front of his eyes.
100%. That was ballsy by Bella to leave the door open into...
But Westaway fought straight back into turn 1.
Confidence that he was able to leave that open without Westaway getting a move on the inside, although it looks like Westaway's making a move on turn 1 right now. Look at that.
Look,
Woods attacked, giving Verdino a scary moment with a high-speed turn 1 slide.
again as Mark Verdino bowls it wide in the background there, gets it back on track, doesn't lose a huge amount of time, but does lose 4th spot to Woods in the number 17.
Fantastic by Woods there. He's kept his composure with Verdino going off in front. Now Verdino...
As that battle continued, mid-pack things were definitely heating up. A 5-way fight between Jackman, Brisbane, Attlee, Torberts and Grant.
Carpenter. Peter Grant was having a really good weekend at some point in Calder Park, had a lot of pace in that machine. I think got a top 5 finish in the second race there, but unfortunately DNF'd in the third race after a bit of an off there.
Grant making a move on Torberts.
As he goes side by side now with Mark Torberts. He goes around the outside, Torberts on the inside. There's a bit of space between them, and I think Carpenter's going to try and have a look here as well to cop a draft off the back of PJ Grant. But Mark Torberts is going to have to slot in behind. PJ Grant makes his way around the outside at turn 1. Great racing.
And with one lap to go, it could not have been any tighter all the way up and down the field.
It's going hard. It's great to see him on the back of Josh Brisbane there.
It's great to see him, throwing it in, because he's closed that gap up quite a bit now to the number 56 machine, who in turn is trying to take a look at that number 20 Poolmaster Bayside car of Andrew Jackman in front of him. So we've seen a lot of battles like all the way up and down the field, all season long in the 944s. You can rely on this pack of all the 944 field being able to battle all the way up and down, and it's one of the reasons I love this category so much. All these cars are really evenly matched, and it means you get great action from the lights until the flag at the end of the race.
Brewer took Bella, who suffered a clutch issue.
Cameron Bella's lost a spot there to Adam Brewer. He looks to be a bit slow there.
He's lost a few spots. I think he's got a problem as the last lap board comes out.
Woods too took the state champion, and Verdino slid past as well.
Woods, but something not going, not quite right with that car at the moment.
Yeah, it's definitely uncharacteristic for Cameron Bella. He's actually pulling almost out of the way here. And as they roll past, I'm trying to have a bit of a listen to the car to see what it sounds like. That doesn't look great, unfortunately, for the number 55.
Meanwhile, Jackman, Brisbane and Attlee went into full send mode. The three going side by side, inches apart at over 180 kilometres per hour through the fast turn 3. Brisbane braked early, Attlee braked late, and Jackman got it just right to hold position. Verdino threw everything at Woods.
Damon Woods, third place on debut? Come on.
Fantastic effort so far, driving that number 17 car, mixing it up on for a podium right now. It's awesome to see.
Unreal. And, you know, Island Magic, it's the one to do it at. Every round is important, every round is fun and great. But, yeah, Island Magic is the one we get the trophies for, which we love. We love a good trophy.
There'll be a last-minute challenge here for Mark Verdino as they round the final corner of this race. The checkered flag is out.
But out in front, nobody could touch the former two-time series champion Westaway.
It is going to be Jamie Westaway who takes race 1 here at Island Magic.
The top 10 battle going right down to the wire too.
Just ahead. Meanwhile, in the back, there's a bit more battling.
Grant sliding past Brisbane on the final corner. And despite Attlee's efforts, the poolmaster holding on by 1/10 of a second to take 8th place.
Jackman, Attlee, Grant, Brisbane. A lot of moving and shaking in that sort of mid-pack there towards the end there.
Torberts and Carpenter also fighting all the way to the line.
Mark Torberts and the number 14 of Nicholas Carpenter coasting across the line. What a fantastic way to start proceedings here at Island Magic.
Awesome. Always fun with the 944s. Always exciting. Really good to see.
So after an epic first race, it's Jamie Westaway who takes a commanding win in race 1. Adam Brewer home in second, and a stunning performance by Damon Woods to claim the final podium spot on debut. Mark Verdino only 2/10 behind in 4th, Cam Balla back in 5th with clutch issues, heading off Chris Lewis-Williams by 5 1/1000ths of a second. Tony Andrzejewski back in the action with a solid run in 7th. Andrew Jackman holding on by 1/10 of a second over Jack Attlee. Peter Grant completes the top 10, just home ahead of Josh Brisbane by 4/10 of a second. Mark Torbert's next, with Tony Westaway copping a 10-second penalty for a start line infringement, dropping him down the order. Nick Carpenter fighting all the way to round out the field. On Sunday morning, the field rolled out, but this time the infamous Phillip Island weather had come in. Heavy rain and a wet track challenging the field.
It is a wet and soggy Phillip Island, but don't let that dissuade you from tuning into some thrilling action that's coming up here at the Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit, because when the rain falls a little bit here, the action comes alive. It's a brilliant track in all conditions, but that weather just adds that little bit of an extra challenge, and it's something that this part of the world is renowned for, those changeable conditions that Steve DeVries spoke about earlier in the intro. Porsche 944s will be leading us off for the last day of school for Phillip Island Racing here for race 2 of their weekend. My name is Matt Dunlop, and joining me alongside is Joey Kellogg. So a lot of the rain that's on the track right now fell early this morning around 5, 6 o'clock. So it's mostly died off. There's just a little bit of light drizzle still hanging around. But because these are the first cars that we see out here on the track so far, none of this, the moisture on the track has had a chance to really clear off. So there's going to be quite a bit of spray. Green flag is getting ready to wave at the back, and there it goes. So the red lights will be coming on soon. The revs are going to start building, and it's going to be a very, very treacherous start here. Minimizing wheel spin. The lights are on. We're underway here. It's a pretty towy getaway for most of the field.
Again, it was Westaway who led the field.
So pretty even launches there as Jamie Westaway goes to cover the inside, having the benefit of that pole position.
Bella already up to 3rd, jumping Verdino and Woods. And the poolmaster Jackman fired off the line, reveling in the wet conditions.
Cameron Bella, who's made his way up to 3rd already, jumping 2 spots off the start. So a ripping start for the number 55 as he slots in there, and just look at the amount of spray there.
Carpenter and Tony Westaway also away well in the treacherous conditions.
But once they all get settled in these conditions, then we're going to start to really see these drivers come alive.
Yeah, fantastic stuff there. A couple of bad starts there. Woods got away terribly. So did Torbert's. Torbert's held up a few people at the back there. But this is, really close at the front. Everyone will just be, Brewer wiggling and wagging his way through Honda there.
Bella moved into second at Siberia Corner.
Although Westaway's pulling a couple of tenths away from Bella already. As we see Brewer take the high line around Siberia there.
Woods on board, showing just how impossible the vision was.
But he was able to go right around the outside. I think that's partly because Brewer was taking it pretty easy after what was a pretty sketchy run in there on the brakes, just trying to make sure it was pointed in the right direction. Cameron Bella took advantage. He's made his way up into second already from 5th position on the grid, and he's all over the back of Jamie Westaway straight away. Yeah. Is he going to try something into MG as they crest the top of Lukey Heights for the first time? He's having a look. Jamie Westaway is just moving the car to the inside of the Dino. Still sits in 4th position, but at the front it's going to be Jamie Westaway who leads from a hard charging Cameron Bella. Behind them, Brewer sits in 3rd in the number 3. Verdino, Damon Woods behind them. Then it's Chris Lewis Williams.
Suddenly a 200 km/h spin in the wet for Lewis Williams.
Here as we see Andrew Jackman on the inside there.
Chris Lewis Williams, big tank slapper, and he's gone off at the entrance of turn 1. He's got his rear wheels in the kitty litter. Hopefully he can get that out. He's bogged it.
He's not moving anywhere. That will surely need to be a safety car very soon, I assume.
Officials, however, covered the corner with doubled wave yellows.
He'll be really bummed on that one.
And almost instantly, Westaway slid under brakes, allowing Bella to get through.
Finding themselves having good, comfortable ability under brakes. That all goes out the window in these conditions because you can't rely on the car's braking prowess as Jamie Westaway goes wide into Honda. The safety car boards aren't out yet, so Cameron Bella's taken the lead here.
Oh my lord.
What a coup from the number 55. He's made his way up into 1st position.
Woods too, taking Verdino. Jackman flying past Andrzejewski.
Pass it done where you can because there may be a safety car at any point. So this is going to get real feisty all of a sudden.
Looks like Woods has taken 3rd off Verdino, 4th off Verdino. I know Verdino went wide, or deep, into MG last time around. What's interesting about
Carpenter sliding past Grant into MG corner. The experienced Torberts found grip at Honda hairpin to take Grant.
Feeling great about the pace of his car. He's looking to get it sorted for next year so he can make a good run. Speaking of a good run, he goes up the inside at Honda, looking very steady on the brakes.
He'll make that stick.
Great move there by Mark Torberts. Steady as you like. Makes it look very easy, which I'm sure it is not in these conditions.
No, it's interesting to see the way the car's
As if the wet conditions weren't hard enough, Woods then found too much heat as well, with smoke filling his cabin, and he called it a day. And the number 27 of Andrzejewski asked too much of his machine, a wild slide with an amazing save as Jackman and Tony Westaway got past.
But let's take a look at what happened to Tony Andrzejewski now, fighting side by side with Andrew Jackman, and just looped it all on his own. Made his way to the inside of, I believe that is turn 3. So he did a great job to keep himself out of trouble for the most part.
Great stuff. Yeah,
he loves track, which is the main thing. But at the front, Cameron Bella still holding off Jamie Westaway by around 1.5 seconds here. So looking to be in a good spot here. But it depends on how much momentum you can get. It's so important to get momentum off these last two corners.
In front, though, remained untouched. The 5-time champion heading the field in the challenging conditions.
As we see the 2 leaders come round turn 12 right now onto the straight, and it looks like the Bella has protected that lead. Excellent, fantastic effort from him. 5-time champion from 5th to 1st in race 2. Absolutely amazing stuff.
Fantastic performance from Cameron Bella. He is your race 2 winner here at Phillip Island.
Jackman too, showing his wet weather skills to fend off Tony Westaway.
with Mark Vadino holding off Andrew Jackman, who's made his way up to 5th, which is a great
Excellent
result
stuff.
for him.
That's great stuff.
Just ahead of Tony Westaway, who started rear of grid and has made his way up to 6th position, which is an awesome result for the number 50 machine as well.
Carpenter held on in a great performance, just home ahead of Brisbane.
That is Nicholas Carpenter. But further back, Tony Andrzejewski has crossed the stripe in 7th, with a bit of a gap behind him to Mark Torbitz. He's made his way to 8th position. Great running from Torbitz, but these two are side by side. Brisbane, Carpenter. Carpenter's going to get the jump here, and it's going to be Carpenter in 9th position, just ahead of Joshua Brisbane.
So it's Cameron Bella who takes his first victory of the weekend in unbelievably tricky conditions. Jamie Westaway home in 2nd with a gutsy 3rd place podium for Adam Brewer. Andrew Jackman with a massive drive in 5th place. Mark Torbitz too rose from 12th up to 8th, and Nick Carpenter from 14th up to 9th. Josh Brisbane rounded out the 10. Peter Grant and Jack Atley the last of the finishers, with Damon Woods and Chris Lewis-Williams unfortunately failing to see the checkered flag. They say you save the best till last, and on Sunday afternoon, race 3, the final race of the weekend and of the 2024 Porsche 944 Challenge Series Championship. And as the weather remained overcast but dry, this allowed for what was to become one of the races of the season.
Strap in, folks. It's time to start handing out some silverware here at Phillip Island. It is trophy race time at Island Magic. This is the last afternoon of racing action we're going to be seeing at Phillip Island, and you're not going to want to miss a moment of it here. First up, Porsche 944s for a 20-minute plus 1 lap feature race. We've got a lot of history in this one. Tony Westaway, who's on the grid here, won it back in 2007. Chris Lewis-Williams, a 6-time winner. Cameron Bella, starting from pole position, has also won the trophy just the once back in 2018, alongside James Westaway, the 3-time reigning consecutive winner of the Endeavour Cup. Can he make it 4 in a row? It's based just on the finishing positions of this race. It's not a points thing. All that matters is how you cross the stripe at the end of today's running. There's so much talent all the way up and down the field in this shaken up grid. My name is Matt Dunlop, and alongside me once again is Mr. 1-800 Lasagna himself. It's a shame he's not out there in the number 77 car, but he is up here in the comms box, and I can't wait to see your thoughts of this race, Joey. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. My head is about to explode. I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome.
Mine too. If the rest of the year's racing so far has been anything to go by, this is going to be a hell of a contest. Who's going to get the jump off the line? The revs are building, the lights are out, away we go. It looks to be Jamie Westaway, who's gotten a little bit of a better run through first gear.
Good starts for the front 4.
Second gear, as they almost go 4 wide further down the pack, so it's a super tight battle. Cameron Bella has the inside line as Jamie Westaway has to slot in behind. It's Bella in the number 55 with the whole shot.
Bella led into turn 1, but just behind, Jackman slid on cold tyres.
Away trying to find a little bit of grip further out. Andrew Jackman goes to the inside of the track. I don't know if he's collected anyone in there. It looks to have been pretty clean. I hope he kept it off the fence as well. The race will continue as a few of the cars get onto the ripple strips there.
The whole field lucky to avoid the spinning number 20.
So the race is continuing there. Hopefully Andrew Jackman can get the car back on the black stuff and rotating in the same direction as the rest of these cars, who are now filing into turn 4. There's a little bit of a slick patch on the inside on the right-hand side, right about where Tony Andrzejewski was.
Westaway, Andrzejewski, Grant and Torbitz battling hard early.
It makes the outside line quite a bit faster in this track, which is still a bit damp.
Lewis-Williams already up to 9th, grabbing Carpenter. Grant moved forward at MG.
Tony Andrzejewski, great little move there for the number 84, and he's going to have a look around the outside there. Gets the move done. That 84 is looking much racier than it was earlier this weekend.
And Lewis-Williams was on the charge.
Chris Lewis-Williams looking very impatient behind this pack. He would be really keen to clear these cars. As you can see him trying to find a way through this wall of 944s in front of him.
Taking another 3 places down the straight.
As we cross the stripe for the first time, Cameron Bella leads.
Tony Westaway got past Torbitz and then Andrzejewski as well.
Or as we see Tony Westaway take a dive up the inside of Mark Torbitz there, and he's pulled it off.
Great move there. Basically had those right-hand side wheels running on rails on the inside of the track there. So great respectful racing from both of them there, and Tony Westaway is on the charge once again.
Grant had made good progress, but then a slide caused him to fall back.
He holds a lot of water. As we see PJ, oh no.
He had the
big
position.
lock-up.
He'd passed the number 44 of Vedino and just got in too hot into Honda. Can he get it out of the
He's
grass?
got to be careful not to bog himself here, but he's very, very gracefully put it into a nice 180, and he has got himself out successfully, although he has drifted all the way down to the bottom of the pack.
Up front, Westaway and Bella were suddenly joined by Brewer, making it a three-way fight for the lead.
Can take out of the limited running he's had so far this season into the next, as we see a great battle for a three-car battle now for the lead. Adam Brewer has caught right onto the back of Cameron Bella here, and he might be pining for his first win in quite a while here at Phillip Island, so we might have a bit of an upset on our hands.
Oh yeah, things are getting interesting. Also, I can see
Tony Westaway, Andrzejewski and Torbitz up the road. Grant, Jackman and Attlee began scrapping for the top 10 spot.
We see a little bit further back, PJ Grant has recovered and he's looking to get those positions back. Andrew Jackman has also had a bit of a drop back from where he started. He was all the way up in, I believe it was 6th position he started this race, so he had a great run last time out, but he's fallen back now into 10th position and into the clutches of Grant in 11th. Jack Attlee sitting right behind them, has a great seat for this battle in that number 35 pit lane clothing machine.
Yeah, Jackman will be disappointed with that. Actually started 5th and was hoping to get up, maybe pick up another spot through some attrition in this race. He's gone backwards, but he'll be there fighting hard with PJ Grant.
Good to see that
we
car
see him on screen now.
All the panels still pointing in the right direction after that excursion. I wasn't sure if he clipped that inside tyre barrier there too. So he's up and running again. He's got the foot down, as does Cameron Bella at the front. 152.977. But that pace is not too far off Adam Brewer. He did a 152.99 that time around, and Westaway with a 153.14. So they're all on their best pace at the front, but there's just so much speed. They've all upped the ante here at the front of the field, but as we can see, this battle for 10th position is far from over. Grant has made his way through, but this is the battle for the lead. Bella is up into 1st position. It looks like he may have made a move there through potentially turn 4.
Bella too took advantage of the slide by Westaway.
He'll be trying to work something. Oh, here we go. He got a replay.
So this is what happened here, and it looks like Jamie Westaway's run wide at 4 again. That's where he lost a bit of time in the first race. He was having trouble with his windscreen fogging up, so he couldn't see a whole lot. He was like struggling to get his markers here and there. He was still rapidly quick, you know. He still finished 2nd position, but a great effort. And he's looking a lot racier now as well. They're practically side by side across the stripe.
But the two front runners began swapping places on almost every corner. Lewis Williams and Tony Westaway also began hunting Vedino.
There's a lot that can happen here. Also, there is opportunity for tyres to go off. These guys are fighting really hard. Well, as we can see, they're fighting really hard all the way through. We've got Lewis Williams, Westaway and Vedino here, all fighting very hard for their respective positions.
Lewis Williams back up to 5th position after his rear grid start, having spun out in the gravel in race 2. So it's been a great run for Lewis Williams so far. He's stuck on the back of Vedino. Meanwhile, at the front, Bella trying to get a slipstream and look up the inside into turn 1, but can't get it done. Jamie Westaway's just too good through turn 1. He's got too much pace. Adam Brewer with the fastest lap there as well, so he's gone purple with a 152.18.
Wow, this is really good racing.
This track is speeding up lap by chunks and chunks of time as well. It's getting so much faster. The grip and the dynamics of the surface are changing basically every time they go through these corners. So every lap is a bit of a learning experience. The drivers are getting braver and braver each time, edging that braking marker out by a metre or a metre. Cameron Bella trying to have a look up the inside as well. They're going to be side by side on the exit of Honda.
Up front, the battle continued and Brewer saw his chance.
Question, I don't think he can. He'll have to slot back in a second, lest he risk losing that position to Adam Brewer in the number 3. So now he's side by side with the champion as they go through the hayshed. Jamie Westaway will be happy to see that in his mirrors for the time being, as 2nd and 3rd position take time off each other. Fantastic side by side action here. Brewer will make his way up into 2nd, or will he? Because Cameron Bella is not letting that nose drop past the rear bumper. He's going to have to slot in there, but will he try and snatch that place back straight away? No, he won't. Let's Adam Brewer have it through MG. Awesome stuff. Awesome, awesome stuff.
Lewis Williams and Tony Westaway both grabbed Vedino.
I don't think Bella's too nervous though, having dropped back to 3rd. He knows he's got time. He knows where he can make his moves. Let's take a look at the further back here for, I believe this is 4th position. So Lewis Williams has made his way up into 4th, and meanwhile Tony Westaway making the move on the inside of Mark Bedino into P5. So awesome recovery drive from Lewis Williams up in 4th, but Tony Westaway...
Meanwhile, Grant spun again, letting Attlee, Carpenter and Brisbane through.
Further back, this is the last time around. PJ Grant.
Oh, he's gone around again.
Does well to be avoided there by Jack Attlee, the 35, but I think he's just been giving it 105% this race, and it's cost him a lot of spots here and there. Doesn't get the car bogs, but has to wait for some more traffic to file through. So not a race for PJ Grant he would have liked.
Full points for trying though, full points for effort, full points for the send.
Yeah.
Suddenly things got really serious at the front. A wild slide by Westaway, balking Brewer and seeing the trio go 3 wide out of turn 2.
Very easy to do. Look at this up the front, 3 wide.
Oh my
What's
Lord.
happened? My goodness, here. There's a bit of a slow run out of the corner there for Brewer and Westaway, and Cameron Bella has just gazumped the both of them.
Oh my Lord.
Flown past on the inside. Where has that come from? Now a puff of smoke from the inside right of Jamie Westaway. He's feeling a little bit nervy, trying to get that move done once again on the inside of Honda. He's not going to get it done. Brewer still sits second, but Cameron Bella, geez, he'll be pretty happy with that. Fortune has favoured him for sure.
Wow. Incredible stuff.
You can't look away for a second here. Let's take a look
Replay
thanks to
coming.
our Blendline TV replay. So it looks like Westaway just got a little, it's hard to tell.
Oh, how did he keep that together? Oh my Lord.
Oh my goodness. Incredible avoiding action. The number 3 of Brewer had to jump on the anchors just to keep him from hitting him once again, and that's allowed Cameron Bella to almost get 2 wheels on the grass and shoot past the both of them.
Bella sneaking through to the lead. Then, with just 1 lap to go in the season, the top 3 went into full send mode for a simply remarkable final lap of 2024.
Geez, look at Adam Brewer. He's quick. He's on the inside in turn 12. He's going to have a look here as the run down into the main straight. He's got speed down here.
Last lap board is out.
So we've got 1 more lap after this one. Side by side across the stripe. There's nothing in it. It's 3 wide as they cross the stripe. Unbelievable stuff. Bella leads over the line on paper, but Westaway has the position. He's all the way around the outside, and he's jumped both of them down the straight, and he's back in the lead.
Wow, it doesn't get much better than this, ladies and gentlemen.
It is one of the races of the season in the 944s. This is fantastic stuff, and it is far from over. Jamie Westaway has got first place back once again, but can he keep the car on the black stuff, all 4 wheels pointing in the right direction without sliding it too much? That is the main question. And the other question is, can Adam Brewer sneak through and find a way to first position as well? And how much time can Bella claw back?
I'll add another question. Is there something wrong with Bella's car? Because he's just given up a chunk of time there.
Brewer made the move at Siberia Corner and nabbed the lead.
This is essentially a 2-car battle for the lead now. Look at Westaway. He's gone wide. That looks
Oh
like an
my
error.
God.
Look at Brewer. He's jumped onto the inside. Fantastic move there. Great opportunism from the number 3 car of Adam Brewer. He's on now. He's up in the lead. He's going to have the outside line. No, he's got the nose in front. Adam Brewer slots in line astern. He's got Jamie Westaway right behind him now. But how is he going to defend this one? Making that 944 as wide as he possibly can.
But with just 1 corner to go, a slide.
But Westaway is going to be
Oh, he's
piling
gone
the
wide.
pressure on. A little bit of understeer for the number 3.
And Westaway pounced.
Jamie Westaway has gone around the outside. Look at Bella. He's
I do
back
not
in this as
believe it.
well. What can Bella do? What can Brewer do? And can Westaway bring it home with this train of cars right behind him? You still don't know how it's going to end here because the slipstream's going to come into it. The checkered flag awaits. Jamie Westaway's got the lights ablaze.
Lights
It's not a short
ablaze.
thing. It's Jamie Westaway who brings
Wow.
home a fantastic race here.
What a show. What a show by the 944 guys.
0.1826 seconds. Behind him is Adam Brewer with the fastest lap on the race that lap. 150.95. Cameron Bella brings it home in third. Oh, I got to catch my breath. That was one of the best races I've seen in a long time, bar none. Jamie Westaway is the driver who's going to take home the Endeavour plate at Island Magic this year. It's a fantastic achievement.
Whilst that was happening, Jackman and Andrzejewski nosed a tail.
Very, very well earned, but the racing is far from over here as we see Andrew Jackman holding off Tony Andrzejewski now. Can Tony Andrzejewski in the number 27 make a move down the main straight here. He's going to go a little bit wider there. He's got a good run, good momentum. Andrew Jackman is not going to let him pass though, and he's going to win that battle for 8th position, but just by a whisker.
And Attlee and Carpenter also fighting right to the end.
Even after the flag drops, the action does not stop as we see Attlee looping it at MG, getting to the finish. Let's take another look here at what happened there with the 35. Trying to defend against the 14. Wow, there wasn't any contact there. There was about a half a car length between them, but they both just got caught up in their own sort of what they were trying to do there. Jack Attlee defending a little bit too hard.
Psyched each other out there.
Psych out indeed. Wow. And at the end of all that was something special, Joey Kellick.
That was cool. That was a really good race. Really great stuff. Great way to finish the season. Just what a fantastic... nobody left a single iota of anything out there. Just really, really great racing all round. And,
every single driver down there will be buzzing. And
absolutely. That
is it for Porsche 944 action here this year.
What a race. So, after an extraordinary final outing and year of racing, it's Jamie Westaway who takes the victory and the Island Magic Endeavour Trophy, home by just 1/10 of a second over Adam Brewer. Champion-elect Cameron Bella in third again by just 3/10 of a second. Chris Lewis-Williams with a remarkable drive from the back of the pack. Mark Torbert's fighting back in 7th, and Andrew Jackman beating home Tony Andrzejewski by 2/10 of a second. Nick Carpenter completing the top 10. Peter Grant, Josh Brisbane and Jack Attlee, the last of the runners in a quite remarkable final race and finish to the 2024 season. So, looking at the points tallies after the final races of the season, as the 944 Challenge Series competes nationally as well as locally in Australian states, there are 2 sets of championship points awarded to the drivers. And firstly, looking at the Victorian State Series, it's Cameron Bella who becomes the Porsche 944 Challenge Victorian State Race Series champion for 2024 over Chris Lewis-Williams. Adam Brewer rounds out the final spot for the podium in that championship. Mark Verdino and Mark Torberts make up the top 5. Michael Westaway rounds out the top 10. Tony Andrzejewski just outside that. Peter Grant up to 13th. Andrew Goldman and Joey Kellick tied on 78 points. Andrew Jackman and Jack Attlee complete the top 20. Whilst Jared Campione, Andy Tudor, Manny Mezzaselma, Jimmy Mitchell and Sam Rofe complete that table for 2024 with limited running. Whilst in the overall 944 Challenge Series, again, it's Cameron Bella, who now becomes the first ever driver in the category's history to take 5 championships. Home by 26 points over Mark Verdino in 2nd place, a great year for him. Chris Lewis-Williams claims 3rd place. Again with another solid year. Race winners in 2024, Adam Brewer and Mark Torberts claim 4th and 5th respectively, and Jamie Westaway comes home in 6th despite missing 3 rounds. Josh Brisbane rounds out the top 10. King Richard Howe still going strong in 11th. Michael Westaway and Carter Fox end up equal on 160 points. Andrew Jackman and Jack Attlee late movers after Phillip Island despite both of them missing 4 rounds. Jared Campione top 20. Lyndon Watson just outside that. Damon Woods joins the table. And again, it's Sam Rofe who rounds out that championship with limited running. So the overall champion and winner of the Porsche 944 Challenge Series for 2024 is the number 55 of Cameron Bella. Congratulations, Cameron, on an outstanding year. If it's close, hard and fast racing in stunning Porsche machinery on some of Australia's best racetracks that you're after, head over to our website www.944challenge.com and check out all the information. The 944 Challenge Series will be back, bigger and better in 2025. Round 1 at the home of horsepower, Sandown Motor Raceway on the 14th of February. We look forward to seeing you there. In conjunction with Blendline TV, this has been a production by Pit Lane Media.